Hi guys, welcome in. I know it's been a really long time since I've done any kind of general messages or any kind of reading outside of my client readings. Today I've been just kind of called to do a general message. I have no idea where this is going or where it's leading to. This is all signs. So yeah, let's just get into it, right? I was shuffling and I didn't have anything like specific on my mind. I just wanted to know, kind of like tapping in what's going on with the collective just in a general sense. I feel like many of you have walked away from situations that were no longer healthy for you. Definitely there's pulling back of energy. You have definitely taken steps back to prepare yourself for the next cycle and to protect yourself from further wounding, right? I do get a sense that you may be reluctant or may have been very reluctant to make certain moves forward out of fear of the unknown, not being able to see clearly what you're walking towards, and needing to really see things from a higher elevated perspective, especially as it relates to what you're walking away from and what you're walking towards. I feel like many of you have made decisions, hard decisions, reluctantly, to separate from anything, again, that was just not working for you, right? In favor of moving in a new direction, in favor of taking certain risks to do something new. The problem is, some of you are still very much rooted, connected to, and or stuck in the old story. Sitting on this, it's like we know this, that the Eight of Swords is like, it's kind of like a self-imprisonment. But for me, this is about you being stuck in this old narrative, being stuck to the story that you've always told, the story that it's always been. You're still very much deeply connected to that wounded story, even though you want to move away from it. I feel as though you are in a protective mode. You may be isolating yourself. But I feel like you're very firm in your decision. You are standing your ground. My recommendation is that if you feel, because this has been coming up a lot in my client readings, if you feel the need to have to defend your decisions to move away from something, don't. Okay? It is not for other people to understand your motives and actions. I also don't want you holding on to the feeling of, because I do see where there's a lot of this energy of missing somebody, missing something, feeling like you're missing out. You are not missing out on anything. What you're missing out on is all the burdens that you were carrying around. Do you still want those? Because if you hold on to that, that's what you're holding on to, that burden. You're holding on to those burdens on purpose. And that's not the way to your happiness, literally. Many of you are still holding, Many of you are still holding on to resentment. Many of you are still holding on to, here's the thing. It's kind of like you made up your mind, because this could actually be external to you. I feel like you've made up your mind. Part of you is conflicted about the decision within. Others of you, this decision has caused conflict with other people. And now you feel as though you have to defend this decision. You may also be really taking a hard look, or much harder look, at what it is that makes you happy. You may be taking a harder look at how things have always been done versus the way that you would like them done. It's kind of funny here because I'm like looking at the way these lines are moving. All of this is like the angst, and I don't feel like this is you. I feel like there's someone external to you that's feeling the angst of your departure. I also feel as though you may be kind of keeping to yourself how it is that you're feeling. And the funny thing is that you're not, many of you, I won't say everybody, there's a need for you to really assess what it is that's going to make you happy and what that looks like. I'm getting that in all of my client readings. Because you can have high hopes for a solid relationship, but what is it that you really want and what does that look like? Honestly. Because I feel like whatever you walked away from, you weren't happy with it to begin with. So I think part of you're still kind of toiling with the feeling of conflict because you had to walk away. I don't think this is your burden to carry, personally. Because you're not happy. And instead of you going back and forth trying to figure out how to make yourself happy or how to get happy in this situation, you're still playing with the idea of, do I move away from it for good? There's a need for you to choose what's going, again, I'm going right back to it. I'm looking at it. There's a need for you to clearly decide what it is that you need to make yourself happy. Did you hear what I just said? To make yourself happy. External things, people making you happy, we're not talking about that. What do you do to make yourself happy? Because really, your happiness is nobody else's responsibility but yours. I also feel like if you feel like you've been burdened by a situation or feel burdened, like if you feel like you're carrying the burdens of a relationship or a situation, I really need you to ask yourself, because I see the people pleasing here. So if you're going over and beyond, overextending, bending over backwards to be everybody's everything, and you feel some kind of conflicted way because you're overgiving and you're overdoing and you're not getting that energy reciprocated back to you, you have to take a look at your responsibility and you have to take a look at your actions within the relationship. What did you do or what have you been doing to create the environment as it is? Because no matter what the relationship was, whatever it is you walked away from, there was something that you did too to make this situation or relationship what it was. Whatever this environment was, whatever the relationship was, you participated in it. So whatever the livelihood or not of this relationship, you bear some responsibility. And so this is about you taking responsibility for how you feel. Because yeah, you could point your finger at like, I've been doing all of this, but you did this, but look where the other fingers are pointing. The other fingers are pointing back at yourself. So this is about you taking responsibility for your own happiness and get out of your feelings about how somebody else made you feel. And removing the responsibility of your happiness from somebody else's plate. Because that's not somebody else's problem. That's your problem. Either way, I feel like there's this deep dissatisfaction, boredom, unhappiness, and you're kind of trying to figure out a way. How do I find my way back to my happiness? Wishing, hoping, and praying is not enough. You actually have to take action towards making yourself happy. You have to take action towards doing things that align with your soul purpose. You have to take action towards manifesting the life that you're trying to create by actually putting in the work and the time, cutting out the distractions to move in a new direction. You may have several different options and avenues to go down that could garner some success. It may require you to work a little bit more on your self-mastery. This may also require you to work collaboratively with other people, in order to create the long-term stability and happiness that you desire. Right? But it really requires you to, one, focus on what you want, be honest with yourself, and allow old situations to close. You've already walked away from it. Let the door close. And let the door close without your foot in the door jamb. Right? Because not everybody can come with you on the next leg of your journey. Yeah. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. It is safe for you to love again. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Take this one. You deserve love. You are lovable. Above all, the need is really for you to figure out what it is that you want. What's going to make you happy? And then going after it. Literally. It's just that simple. Find your happiness and go after it. Don't let anything scare you or stop you. Don't let the fear of the unknown prevent you from actually getting what's yours. You're supposed to use your intuition. This tells me you're not grounded, so of course you can't hear your intuition. You cannot hear the whispers of spirit if your mind is all over the place. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 major arcana cards out here. This is your life. Your choice. First and foremost, figure out what's going to make you happy. And go in that direction. All right? I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I have no idea what to say after this. It's been a while since I've done a collective reading. The choice is yours though. And I get this big energy of moving away from the drama and the conflict, feeling some kind of way about having to leave something behind, feeling very defensive about your decision, feeling as though you got to defend it really fiercely, but you don't. Don't engage with other people in their BS. Stop carrying around the weight of an old relationship that is no longer viable in your life. Seek happiness and go that way. All right? I don't know. I may upload this. May not. We'll see. Anywho, to book a private reading, links below in the description box, or you can hit my website at www.enlightenedauntie.com. You can find me all over social media under Enlightened Auntie. There is only one. I've been cloned many times on Instagram, there's only one. I don't think the world is ready for more than one of me. I really don't. Anywho, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Take care. Whenever you see this is timeless actually. So whenever you see this, I hope it resonates. Please comment, like, share, all that stuff below. Thanks. Have a great weekend.